How long does it take to become a good singer? Now, I get this question a lot. Now, if you're the type of person that thinks you're going to become a good singer in a couple of weeks, just fuck off right now, alright? This isn't the video for you. And my channel's not the channel for you. You got to have the mindset that you're going to practice for years. Now, on some of my videos, I got a 15-year progress thing. Now, legitimate question, some people said, does it take 15 years to get better? No. Alright, it took me 15 years because I didn't used to practice regularly. If you're the kind of person that's going to practice maybe for like half an hour every week or something, then it's probably going to take you 15 years, depending where you started. But it took me probably, I would say, 3 or 4 years of practicing regularly. So regularly would be about half an hour a day for a year. That's gonna, maybe you take rest days, so that's gonna come out about maybe 50 to 60 hours a year, something like that. Alright, maybe more, depends. So let's make it 60 hours a year. So 60 times 3 years, that'll be about, I can't count, 120, 180. So it's 100, about 200 hours, okay? Now I want you to imagine, say you went to university and you do the university course, they would expect you to do maybe 10 hours per subject. And that's in half a year, 4 subjects, like 40 hours. And in a year, they expect you to do about 80 hours a year of time where you go to the classes, to the lectures, to do tutorials, and maybe more hours at home. So it's about 100 hours a year. It's kind of the same. If you want to be a specialist at singing, you have to put in the same kind of work as a degree, pretty much. It's like when people go to school. You got to work as hard. Now, that's about how much time it takes, okay? You got to put in that kind of time to improve. But there's also how you spend the time. Now, you can practice scales, you can practice songs. Whatever you do, you have to practice the technique of singing. And the technique of singing depends on staying on pitch, singing like vibrato, singing higher, singing low parts, singing runs, singing falsetto. There's all different types of things that you got to learn. You got to learn how to practice those things. You can do it with singing programs, you can do it with live singing lessons. Whatever way you do it, just make sure you're doing something and you're getting better at songs. If you're not getting better at the songs you want to learn, you got to change your strategy. So how long does it take to get good? Summary, pretty much what I just said. You got to put in half an hour a day, you get pretty damn good in 3 years, I would say. Around about 3 years, even if you're a beginner. Now, if you got a teacher that is not good at teaching you for where you're at, if they just give you, say, a cookie cutter program that they give everyone, you might not get that as good that fast. Because some people have struggles in certain areas and they need bridging. They need a teacher that can go, okay, you suck at this, so we're going to focus on this before we move on to this. That kind of thing. That can be hard to find. It depends. Different teachers have all different strategies. Some teachers are amazing and some teachers don't focus on that kind of stuff. Everyone's got a different skill. Every teacher has a different skill. If you want to do lessons with me, I can break down all that kind of stuff for you. I can figure out exactly where you're at and help you get better at the songs that you want to get better at, step by step. But you gotta do it regular. Okay, so when you first start, you don't know how to practice, so you're going to need the teacher to tell you how to practice. And that's going to take a while to get used to that. But then once you get used to that, maybe let's say a month or 2, you'll start to learn how to practice on your own. And then in lessons, you'll be learning more new things instead of going over the same kind of things like you will usually at the beginning because you're so new, you're such a beginner. So how long does it take? About 3 years if you practice nearly every day for about 30 minutes a day and practice technique, not just singing songs, practicing like the technical stuff, how to sing just certain parts of songs. That's what I mean by technical stuff. Alright, I hope that answers your question. If you think you're going to learn in a couple of weeks, I hope you fucked off and didn't keep watching. If you did keep watching, good, you could probably learn something and maybe I changed your mind, okay? It's not something you can buy and get good at quick. This is stuff that takes time, it takes a lot of work. It doesn't just come for free. And all the singers you see that really move you and that are amazing, even if they were natural, they had to practice a lot to get really good. Natural just means they had the ability to figure it out themselves. They didn't need a teacher, but they still had to practice a lot, at least a year, 2 years, 3 years, to make you sort of, make you feel something when they sing. I hope that helps. I'll see you in my next video.